104.7 The Cave. Mike the Intern on the phone with my good friend Derek Stevens from Circa Resort and Casino. How are you this morning, sir?
All good, all good. Vegas has been hot. This football season has been unbelievable, and it's great to talk to you today.
Hell yeah, it's always a pleasure, sir. All right, so before we get into what you like going into this weekend, just a reminder, we're going out west to watch the Chiefs take on the Raiders. Final regular season game in January. We've got a great deal with Circa Resort and Casino. We got the code right there, and you can book your rooms through our website, 1047thecave.com. And we are so much looking forward to come out and seeing you in Vegas, Derek.
Hey, I'm looking forward to it as well. You know, we've had some great Chiefs events here when the Chiefs play the Raiders, and I think this year we're going to blow it out of the water. It's been pretty apparent that the Raiders are a different type of football team. And what I mean by that, I'm not talking about on the field, but I'm talking about how this has become, Las Vegas has become the mecca for the road teams to come visit. So we love the Chiefs coming into town on that last week of the year.
It's always going to be a blast, and we travel well, and it's going to be an awesome time. All right, well, I got you. We've got some pretty interesting college football matchups this weekend. There's a guy I do sports with in the morning. He's been kind of the sports guy in this area for the last 65 years. He said, and I quote, "Pay close attention to that Ohio State-Penn State game on Saturday." What do you think?
Yeah, you know, I think that's going to be obviously a critical game here as the season plays out. The way it's kind of setting up, though, is it's really setting up that Ohio State runs the table, and at the same point, Michigan runs the table, and all of a sudden you get this Michigan-Ohio State matchup at the end of the year that kind of sets everything up.
It does, and I know you're a big Michigan guy. How happy are you been? Happy have you been this season?
Well, it's been pretty good. I mean, you know, I'm actually rooting for Ohio State. I'm rooting for a great Ohio State-Michigan game. You know, right now Ohio State's at 16.5 at Penn State. Michigan State game is a real interesting game because, first off, it's a night game in Ann Arbor, and the line's at 23. I can tell you over the last 35 years, double-digit favorites are not where you want to go. This thing was a heck of a rivalry, but I'll tell you what, this Michigan State team this year, they're special, as in specially bad. So it'll be interesting to see how this thing plays out at night in Ann Arbor.
Yeah, the other couple I was looking at was that Tennessee-Kentucky game. Tennessee's having a hell of a year too, man.
Oh, absolutely. That's a team that Circa Sports has one of the biggest liabilities on. You know, a lot of people would have thought it would be Alabama, things like that. But you know, when you have a big favorite going in, you don't really accumulate that liability. But Tennessee, we certainly have substantial liability. Tennessee's at 12 this week against Kentucky. So night game again at Tennessee. So that's going to be we got a couple night games with some massive crowds.
Oh yeah,
TV this weekend.
Oh yeah, big time. All right, last question: who you like in the series?
Well, I'll tell you what, it's pretty tough to think about how good the Astros are this year. You know, you got Verlander ready to go. What's also interesting is, you know, this fella out of Texas, Mattress Mac. We got to know him pretty well, and boy, he's got some action on this series. I mean, on the whole thing. I mean, he's set to win $75 million, part of his promotion for Gallery Furniture, and it'll be real interesting. He's got $54 million of it, of the win money in the jurisdiction of Louisiana. Got $10 million in Iowa, and the rest, I think the rest out here in Vegas. And boy, he's going to put an impact on some books and some jurisdictions if this thing comes through. So this is going to be a heck of a series. I mean, the Phillies, they look good as well. But boy, these Astros are something.
They're smoking too, man. Yeah, but that whole the furniture guy thing on the side of it has just been incredible to watch too. Derek, thank you so much for your insights this morning, sir. And I will hopefully talk to you next week. And have a great weekend, man.
Hey, great. Hey, one thing worth noting is with the Chiefs coming to Vegas on that last week of the season, a couple things to note. That kind of overlaps with the Consumer Electronics Show out in Vegas. So for people making it out to Vegas, I highly recommend go to circalasvegas.com, book your rooms early because everything will be sold out very, very shortly. So we'd like to get as many Chiefs fans here as we could. So I just want to give everybody a little public service announcement.
I appreciate that too, Derek. You heard the man. Book them now. Don't wait or you're going to be left out in the cold. Derek, I'll talk to you next week, sir.
Sounds great. All right.